What's up, Fits?
What's up, Pits?
Welcome back to another Cherry Pit episode. Today we have a very special guest, Eden. Woo!
Greetings.
And we have Jane back on as well.
Hello.
Okay, so my weekly hypothetical. I think I'm going to call it Melody's Weekly Hypotheticals. The
name.
question for today is, if you were being offered a job that paid a lot, like $2 million a year or something like that, but you hated it, would you still do it? Over a job that you like really loved, but you weren't getting paid anything for?
I would do it for at least a couple years and figure out how to invest money and then hopefully,
And then quit.
yeah, that's definitely what I do.
Yeah.
I don't know, honestly. I've always had this really big motto that if I like really dislike a job, then I'm not gonna stick it out.
Yeah. No matter the money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So to me, I feel like I would not do it even if it was paying that much.
Wow.
Yeah. Good morals.
Yeah, I do think like that too, but also I just don't like, I
Yeah.
don't want to work.
I think I would do what you said, Jane, and like stick it out for a little bit. It
Yeah.
depends how much I hated it. Do you know what I mean? Like, it
I'm-
depends what
yeah,
it is.
It's really hard. What do you
Yeah.
think your like least ideal work situation or like work environment would be like?
Anything labor related.
Really?
Really?
I was
Yeah,
thinking
maybe.
like a lawyer because I know they have like
That's
the
true.
worst hours.
Yeah.
I
And
would
it's
al-
nonstop too. Like you're
Yeah.
consistently working.
Yeah, that's true.
And people do that for,
Or like policing too.
oh yeah.
as
Oh.
well. Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd rather do like policing or lawyer, but I would choose like labor related jobs
Over those.
over lawyer.
I might too, actually. I don't know. I was recently watching this TikTok where they were talking about underwater like
Oh,
melding.
yes.
I don't know what it was, but that kind of job, it doesn't
Oh
matter
my
how much it
God.
pays.
You
know.
weld underwater?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
it's extremely dangerous, like very high.
Well,
death
clearly
rate.
that's why I like that. What was it called? The Subnautica? No. The Titanic
Oh, yeah.
thing.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
So this-
clearly no
yeah.
one was doing welding on that.
Exactly. Yeah, so those are the kinds of jobs that are a no-no.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh
Also,
God.
anything like if one of those people that like go on a boat and like
Yeah.
literally the middle of the ocean, like there's nothing nearby at all.
Yeah.
That's scary.
You mean like shipping?
Oil rigs
yeah,
or
like
something?
yeah, I
Yeah.
guess shipping or
Yeah,
whatever.
that too.
Because I see TikToks too where they're on a boat and there's like waves
And it's,
crashing
like,
onto
complete
the boat.
darkness.
And I just
Yeah.
don't like it.
One of my rings of hell is definitely the poor souls who were trapped on that cruise ship for like I think 8 months during COVID.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that was a
I have
big
not heard
thing.
of
I
this.
forget where it was ported. It might have been Vancouver, honestly.
Really?
I don't quote me on that,
But
but
like on the they could get
yes,
off?
they were quarantined on the cruise ship.
Wow.
Why were they quarantined for so long?
I think because they were all tourists. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Again, don't quote me, but basically because it was during the first pandemic, so all the borders were
Yeah.
shutting down and everything. So I was like, well, what are we going
Right.
to do with all these people? Because we can't move everyone back because it's like contamination essentially.
Right.
So they were forced to quarantine, I believe, in their cabins.
Oh my god.
Wow.
But it's like 8 months of that.
in
And
their
like,
cabins on
and
the ship.
not all cabins even have windows.
Right.
No.
Because
Yeah.
my parents went on a cruise recently and they said that. Apparently they like
Yeah.
pay more for a room with a window.
They do.
that's wild.
They
That's
do.
dystopian to
I
me.
know.
That's
That is
that's
inhumane.
dystopian. Yeah. Well, have you guys heard of this? Okay, my friend was telling me about it recently, which I personally, again, if we're talking about like the 7 rings of hell, this is another ring of
Yeah.
hell for me. I don't think I like cruise ships, honestly. But there's this like round the world cruise going on, which is going to be 9 months.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. So that's what I thought you were gonna say when you
Yeah, interrelated.
Around the world.
But
So are there like stops, or are you mostly?
no, there's stops. Like you go to Spain. I think they're in Antarctica at one point. You get to go
Okay.
like it's across the globe.
Wow.
You for 9 months.
Yeah.
And they've packed this cruise ship filled with like all the food and beverages you need,
Right.
and it's one of these things where it's like you got to have money to go on this. I
course.
think
Yeah.
one ticket was like 100,000.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was
I'm
like
not
people quit their
surprised,
jobs or go on mat leave, or not mat leave, but like go on
Yeah, yeah.
sabbatical and stuff to go on this cruise. But what's wild about it is that they brought all these pallets of wine that would last them for 9 months. Within the first 3 weeks, they ran out.
Oh my god.
So every time they
That's
stop,
so
they have to
funny.
like get more wine. And and there's
Yeah, I mean-
TikTokers on this boat that's documenting that, and it's
Right.
just wild to me.
And then are you like held hostage or like you can
No. You can. I'm pretty sure you can leave,
Yeah.
but
Okay,
it's
yeah.
interesting because there's like a sort of class system that
Right.
because there's the regular ticket which is 100,000, and then
Yeah.
there's another ticket which I think is 120,000, which
Okay.
you get to like wear a gold nameplate and like walk around and get
Wow.
extras.
Yeah, I don't
It
know
really
how I
is,
feel about
like-
cruises.
Yeah, it's
I've
classism.
Never been on a
I went on
cruise either,
one.
but
Yeah, I went on one with my family, and it was okay. But I would rather just go to the place because we went to Mexico, so it stopped at a couple different places. But you got off for like a couple
Yeah.
hours, and then you're back on the boat.
that was always my like thing with cruises too. Is like if it's going somewhere, I'd rather just fly to that place. Like if
Yeah.
I
I'm
agree.
trying to go see that location, then what's the point of the cruise?
My parents have become big cruise people since
Yeah.
though. They've been on like 5 different cruises
it
since
seems
then.
people tend to like them more
Yeah.
as you age.
Are your parents retired or are they just
No.
love? Okay.
Except on the cruise, they did have like the show, like the show The Voice.
Oh,
They had like
Oh
their
my God.
own their own The Voice competition, and I
funny.
loved it.
I can't stand The Voice or any singing reality competition
Really?
show. I really can't. I don't get it.
I do like a nice singing reality show.
I can't stand a lot of reality competition shows. I love reality TV, but I can't stand competition shows. Mainly because I feel like singing is such... Okay, this is the thing. I can't sing, so maybe this is just envy. I think when it comes to shows like America's Got Talent and such, I'm like, there's so many more talents that are cooler than singing. I think magic's
Yeah.
cooler than singing.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. I
can
disagree.
understand
I love just watch. I don't know. I love watching people sing. I can't sing. too.
Really?
I
Okay.
can't sing
Yeah.
too, but I think I just like living through it.
that. I also can't sing. I agree, but I also agree with you, Jane. I agree with what you said about how there's better talents, and I think I like when people like put in an effort to present their talent, if that makes sense, because singing is kind of just like a natural thing. You either have it or you don't, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, isn't America's Got Talent like all talents?
Yeah, so you
Yeah.
can have people who are sword swallowing to magic, to like dog tricks and such.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, have you never seen America's Got
No, I
Talent?
have, but I'm not familiar.
You haven't caught up.
Yeah.
No.
I don't keep up with the lore.
I don't know what it is.
I think Trisha Paytas is on it, right?
my
For speaking.
Is she?
She was.
for talking fast. I
She's
think.
on every reality
the day.
TV show.
Yeah, she was on My Strange Addiction
Yeah.
too for tanning. Okay.
And
She's so multifaceted.
yeah, and
She is.
MTV Welcome to My Crib
Oh, I didn't.
or
know
MTV
that.
Cribs. Sorry, not the
Oh,
catchphrase.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, that is a very interesting person.
Have you guys
Yeah.
heard about the thing about how the queen is like reincarnated into her child?
Well,
Yeah.
did you see now that King Charles got diagnosed with, I think, some type of cancer,
Yeah.
and people are joking that he's gonna pass before Trisha Paytas'
Yes.
second baby is
Yeah.
born.
That's what I heard too.
It's very. I mean, what a theory! Honestly,
What a
it's
theory.
quite dark.
Like,
Yeah.
Imagine trying to explain that to someone who doesn't use like the internet at all or
Yeah.
anything.
Who doesn't know who this Trisha person is?
Yeah.
Who's on My Strange Addiction for her tanning?
Did you-
Reincarnating these
Did you two watch Frenemies?
Frenemies,
No.
the movie?
No.
No,
Yeah,
with
Channel
H3 Ethan
Original.
Klein.
No.
Oh man,
Did you watch it?
I watched it from the beginning right to the bitter end, and oh my goodness.
What is it like?
It was
was it?
okay. So, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm going into this lore. So, essentially, what occurred was H3 hold this dating show called like they do the H3 Bachelor. So they take lonely singles and then they pair them up. You know how the
Yeah,
Bachelor
yeah.
works. So they usually do the Bachelor or Bachelorette, someone that is very known. So right, Jeff Wittick from the Vlog Squad. Do you know Jeff Wittick?
I think
He was the one who got hit with the crane. He nearly lost his
Okay,
eye.
yeah.
I don't know. I don't
Oh,
like how
yeah,
I'm so
yeah.
into this. I'm like, I know. I had to explain this reality TV show like scandal to I'll be honest, my therapist the other day, and I was like, I need a life. Anyways, so they hold this. Anyway, so Trisha Paytas was the Bachelorette for the H3 podcast, and they had contestants come in. You have to submit an audition video, essentially.
Yeah.
And Gila Klein, who's Ethan Klein's wife, her brother did the Bachelorette for H3, and they actually started dating out of it, and they got married. Like that's the person who she's having children with.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but Trisha and Ethan did not get along like at all, and it was because
she got married to,
because it was weird that she was dating Gila's brother.
Oh,
and such.
Really? I feel like that I wouldn't mind, like, be weird about that.
There's a lot more I could go into with Moses's problems when it comes to his past wives and everything. Let's just say that. Yeah.
Wow.
I know. So anyways, so they did frenemies together as a way to kind of capitalize on this banter they were doing. And it lasted from like September 2020, I want to say, until March 2021.
Wow.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it wasn't very long. It wasn't very long.
Wait, did Frenemies end in 2021?
Yeah.
Why do I feel like it ended late last year?
Maybe it was 2022. No, I remember it starting because it was still COVID, and I was doing. Oh my gosh, have you guys taken? Okay, fun fact. I'm terrible at math. Have you guys done Fan X99?
No.
Okay, when I tell you. It's basically math for people who didn't do well in high school. There's an English equivalent to it.
Fall and Fan or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I did Fan, and I specifically remember crying and watching Frenemies because I hated this course so much. But question for you two: do you think that do you get weirded out when people in TV shows or movies mention COVID?
When they mention it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know if I like it.
Yeah. I also think it's weird.
And like every show did it.
They did, yeah.
I feel like they're trying to think if there was one where it was good, but I can't.
I remember I don't watch Grey's Anatomy, but my mom does, and I saw like when she was watching it at the end of the episode, or they did a whole episode about.
I feel like it makes more sense on Grey's at least.
Yeah, because at least they're a medical thing, but like. Yeah, I think it's weird. It feels like they should be in their fiction world.
No, I agree. I think it gets a little too real sometimes because I remember watching The Menu, which is an amazing movie, by the way.
Right. I do want to watch
Love The Menu.
Yeah.
And there's a line in there. Well, I'm not going to spoil the movie, but they mentioned COVID. Yeah. And it just threw me because I went, there's no way that this is being talked about. But I was like, of course it is. I mean, like, big events like SARS and stuff is talked about, and like 9/11 and such.
Del Rey has a COVID line on one of her songs.
Yeah, so it's like
it's everywhere.
In music, it feels different though.
Really?
For some reason, I don't know why, but like in movies and TV shows,
I feel like
it's a whole different thing.
Seems more natural in movies and TV shows for me.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it's interesting when TV shows went on break, and then when they come back for with the season, they're like, "So yeah, COVID," and I'm like, "Okay."
Okay.
And then it's so funny because you always see one of the reality shows that I watch. They did a reunion over Zoom, which, by the way, if I ever see a Zoom reunion again, it's going to be too soon.
Yeah.
And they did this, and they're all screaming at each other. And it made me laugh because in person, when they do the reunions, it's literally the host being like, can you guys shut up, essentially.
That's true.
On Zoom, he muted them all. And it was such a power trip. I couldn't believe it. But yeah, so it's I don't know. I feel like that's too much.
Uncomfy. But you know what else is weird? Like watching old movies and TV shows where they talk about some sort of disease that's like taken over the world, but it's pre
The Last of Us.
Like The Last of Us,
Mm-hmm.
or like there was this other movie that Matt Damon I think was in too, and it was about something that was literally COVID, but this movie was like years and years ago. It's weird watching those and being like, wait a second, like this happened.
Yeah, I wonder if there's going to be movies in the future where COVID is like the big disease that just like wipes out the entire planet.
I'm very curious to see what happens when we're like 40 and seeing how COVID's talked about.
True. They're going to have it in like people's history books, I'm sure.
Yeah. And I imagine children coming up to you and be like, so what was it like? I'm going to be like, horrible. But then again, it's funny because it's so well documented. I mean,
That's
we see
true.
people
Yeah,
baking
true.
bread on TikTok and doing the dances
Yeah.
and seeing like YouTube basically transform into, working from home and such like that.
Yeah.
So it's going to be so interesting to me to have people almost like ask you about that or like almost be a part of it in some
Right.
way, because that's never happened with like World War II or anything. I mean, it's
Yeah,
documented,
true.
but not to the case where it's POVs and such.
Yeah.
That's so true.
It's gonna
Yeah,
be
I guess this was
interesting.
like the first world event that impacted it in such a way. And it's been documented, as you said, so well. That's so weird.
People who have pandemic nostalgia kind of scare me.
Yeah, Melanie
Pandemic
and I were kind of
nostalgia?
talking about this last episode because I said
Yeah.
I do kind of miss that like first 3 months, only because I wasn't working and I was
Okay.
getting paid for it.
Fair.
So like that's the
Yeah.
only reason why. But I do acknowledge how terrible it was.
That's true.
Yeah.
We were talking about it last episode about how there was.
Yeah, I feel like I
some
was
positive.
I feel like I talked about it in too positive of a way though.
I think there's a way of differentiating it. Like, I get it. Like, it was
Yeah,
nice
yeah.
staying at home. It was nice to be like on EI.
But that's
Such,
literally like
that.
the best
Literally, yeah.
possible situation that anyone
For
could have been
of course,
in.
of
Yeah.
course. And I
Yeah.
think it's interesting to see like how people got to have a work from home that's acceptable now.
Right.
Or it's
Yeah.
my favorite thing that came out of the pandemic, other than like more better discussions around healthcare and such,
Yeah.
was how it's okay to stay home when you're sick.
Yeah.
That might be a very privileged thing to say,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I love how teachers say now, oh, if you're
Yeah.
sick, stay home. We don't want you here. I love it. Please
Yeah,
roast
and
me,
honestly,
right?
Like that's how it always should have been.
For real.
Because people can get sick. Like even if it's a cold, you don't want to be spreading it.
No.
Like,
Yeah.
why should you force yourself to come into class or to work or wherever when you're not feeling well and then also get other people like
Yeah.
the productivity is gonna go down. What do you mean?
Yeah, I saw someone like coughing on the SkyTrain today, and I was kind of side eyeing though.
No.
They weren't wearing a mask either.
I don't. Yeah, that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's so interesting to think about how so much has changed because of it. I remember watching TV during the pandemic and getting nervous when I saw big crowds of people from things that were filmed ages ago.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Where's the social distancing? What's
Yeah.
going on?"
Honestly, like even now, I feel like I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like big crowds kind of make me nervous.
Oh, for
Same,
sure.
I still haven't like fully readjusted. I mean, I'm way better now, but the first time when the rec room opened, that was like kind of during COVID-ish. I
Mhm.
don't know if you guys remember. I went there in like its like first week of opening, and it was like right after social distancing had stopped, and there were so many people. It was packed. I was with my boyfriend, and I literally was like, I need to leave like right now, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of other people also experience things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, for sure. I think it's interesting because I was on co-op when we stopped like masks and such.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that was a weird, like, that was a twister. Let's just say that.
Right.
Because we weren't allowed to be in the kitchen to get, like, together. And then next thing you know, it's like, oh, hey, how's it
Yeah.
going? Like, so bizarre. And I think back on, like, so much privilege that I realized today of being able to smile at people and not have a mask cover me.
Yeah, that's.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't imagine dating in the pandemic.
Yeah.
Did you either of you date
No.
or were single during the pandemic?
I was single, but I didn't even download.
I was too,
any dating
yeah.
apps or anything.
I was with my boyfriend before COVID started, so.
Slay. Love that you guys are still together.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
That was,
It was weird though. It was really weird because we started dating like literally 2 weeks before COVID hit.
Really?
Yeah. So
Wow.
we like had been together, gone on a few dates or whatever, and then COVID hit, and we like had to not see each other for like 2 months. So that was kind of weird.
Oh.
I can't believe that you guys started dating and then faced that.
Yeah, like so soon before
Yeah.
COVID.
It was weird, but we had also known each other but prior to starting to date. Like we knew each other for months and were friends for months, so it wasn't like we had just like
Yeah.
met each other or whatever. But yeah, it was definitely a weird dynamic for a little bit there.
Did you Zoom a lot?
We like Snapchat, FaceTime. 'cause
Love.
Neither of us have Apple phones.
Really? You don't?
No.
There's
It
no
looks like it doesn't.
Yeah.
It's a Google
is there no
Pixel.
Android equivalent to FaceTime?
There's like Google Meet. But it
Oh,
kinda
God. Not Google
Yeah.
Meet.
Yeah, no. Like the Snap calling is
Yeah,
way
Snap
better.
one's not too bad
Yeah.
actually.
Sorry, I don't know why that took me so back. I'm so used to people having iPhones. I don't know why.
I know, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
I said the same thing to Melody the
But
other day.
when you go to the UK, everyone has a Samsung.
Really?
It's very odd. I mean, some
Yeah.
people have obviously iPhones. My friends do, but you look around, it's an iPhone central. Sorry, Samsung central essentially.
That's so interesting. Because here I feel like people are usually taken aback when I don't have Apple.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's weird.
You saw my reaction. What?
I'm used to it. No, like literally everyone is like, you don't have Apple? Like, what world are you?
But this is your laptop, right?
My laptop is Apple. My phone is not.
How does that work? Enlighten us.
It works.
So,
What do you mean?
do you have you have iCloud?
Yes.
So it doesn't, but you obviously iCloud isn't compatible with
No,
Samsung.
I just don't use my phone, I guess, in
Why
the
do you
same
need
way.
iCloud then? If you only
Well,
have,
I
like,
have
one?
iCloud like on my laptop, but I also have a Apple monitor.
Oh,
So
okay.
I have like my laptop and my
Okay.
monitor connected.
So when you take photos, do you like just upload it to? Or?
I use Google Photos.
Oh my god.
Gosh, there's like a whole new. I feel like it's a whole new world I'm experiencing.
No,
Yeah.
Google Photos I honestly think is better probably than the
Really?
whole Apple system because it's compatible with literally on my Apple device or whatever. I can just
Okay.
Google Photos, you know what I mean, and then
guess
it's
that
there.
makes sense.
Yeah, I don't think it's that much of an inconvenience.
No, I was telling Melody this
Yeah.
too, but one of my work phone for my co-op was a Google Pixel. I don't know
Yeah.
if that's different. Is that different than an Android? I think
Yes.
so, right? Okay.
That's what I
Yes.
have.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I had a Google Pixel and I liked the little vibration feeling that you got when you touched the screen. I don't know, it's just
Yeah.
very satisfying, which I think that's like the one thing that
I thought that was like all
Apple is
phones had
missing.
that.
But it was so disorienting just trying to navigate through the phone.
Yeah.
Even like trying to get to my settings, I remember having a hard time, and each time I couldn't remember how to get there.
Yeah.
My friend had a Huawei when we were in high school.
I also had one of those.
Yeah,
Like a
and
while ago.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought the coolest thing about that phone was the fact that you could choose when you wanted your ringer to come on. So he'd go the whole school day, like
Oh.
8 to 2:30 or whatever it was, with his ringer off. But then at 2:35, his ringer would turn on automatically.
I
And
never
thought
had
that
my
was
Wait,
cool.
ringer
what do
on,
you mean?
though.
So you guys can't do that on Apple phones?
I
No,
don't think so. I never have my ringer on.
you have to
even.
physically turn your ringer on.
Oh, what? You can,
Yeah.
I feel like we Android users have been able to set it like on any phone for a long time.
Well, then again, I mean, has it always been UBC? Not UBC. God,
USB.
USB-C.
No, before it was that other one. Like I don't know if you guys remember, but like it was a standard.
Lightning.
Maybe I don't remember what it's called, but that used to be the standard for all Android phones, and like other devices were like that too. But now it's USB-C, which I think is so much more convenient. And I know the new MacBooks are also USB-C.
They are, yeah.
So if everything becomes that, then like
It has to now.
Yeah.
I think it was in Europe, basically. Europe Europe as a whole, apparently.
Yeah.
I don't know. The European Union. Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
That
yeah.
is a thing. God. Anyways, so they, I think, said that because
Yeah.
maybe not you. As you know, when it comes to Apple products, when you buy them, if you constantly buying new phones, they're constantly changing the type of like either from Lightning to USB to
Yeah.
whatever. So it messes you up all the time. You have to buy more products essentially
Right.
to support your product.
Right.
And they stopped giving it to you.
Yeah. So the EU basically said that, hey, if you don't make this all your products compatible for USB-C, then we're gonna pull Apple out of the European market.
Damn.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Wild.
Interesting.
So
Much
that's
power
why
the European Union
I know.
has. Who would
Yeah.
have thought?
I know.
That's really convenient though. I think it'll be way better for everyone around the
Yeah.
world to have one thing,
Yeah.
you know?
I just switched my phone.
Yeah.
And I it's so much easier to charge now because my laptop cable can connect with my phone.
That's really nice. I
Yeah.
still have like
Yeah.
the old laptop, so
Mine is
Not
old
there yet.
too. Mine is old too. But when I was doing my co-op, that laptop had the USB-C, and so I
that's
could
nice.
do both my phone and that. And their power is like way stronger for the new MacBooks too.
Mm-hmm.
So it was way faster.
I kind of miss though like flip phones and like sliding phones where the whole
Yeah.
keyboard just slid out, and I would honestly kind of like to go back
They will
to
definitely come
that.
back. The arc where
I'm
we're
sure.
going at with Y2K fashion now.
It's true.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that because even just like the simplicity of those phones, you know, like
Yeah.
you didn't do anything except for like text people,
Text,
and then there's
yeah.
like Snake or like whatever other.
Snake?
Yeah, the
You don't
games.
know?
There'd
I
be,
never
like,
had a flip
still-
phone.
I still play Snake.
There'd be like
on
3
my
games
laptop.
on your phone.
Oh, like Slitherio?
No, no.
I
You
don't know
what
what that
Snake is.
No.
Oh, it's just
I,
like
I know that brick game.
it's like a
The brick
little
game.
snake that's going around, and
The
you have
brick
to
game was good too.
like get the little dots, and then it makes the snake longer, and then you just
So
keep going.
Slitherio.
It might
maybe,
be-
I don't know.
maybe that's
That
what
must
they
be like the
are.
updated version of, because anyone can play Slitherio. Okay.
Slitherio.
Yeah.
It's literally the same
It's like
thing.
you
Look
wouldn't
this
be
up.
on your phone at all.
Yeah.
I specifically remember like being in libraries and just looking over and seeing people like playing Slitherio, and I'm like, what are you doing? I mean,
So
so
funny.
I
we're
used
at
to do that, though.
school.
There's like a Family Feud game on one of my phones back in the day too that I would always play.
Family Feud.
I never
game.
watched Family Feud or anything.
Me
but
neither. I was
loved
sad when
playing
Alex
that game.
Trebek
I think I
died,
had to
though.
pay for it. My parents got mad at me.
Wait, was Alex Trebek Family Feud?
Or
No, Jeopardy. Oh my God, sorry.
Okay.
I literally pulled a Steve
Forgive
Harvey
you.
there. I literally pulled a Steve Harvey. What would be your top 3 games on your phone when you or iPhone or
Okay,
iPod
I
when you were a
have-
child?
I have a phone
Okay.
game that I've literally been playing for 10 years.
Really? Whoa.
It's the only game I play. It's
Don't
called
say Candy Crush, please.
It's
I was
not.
thinking the same thing. I was like, oh
it's
God.
called Heyday. It's a farming game.
Oh yes, I've heard of Heyday.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just like kind of what you would expect from like a farming mobile game, but I don't know. I feel like it is kind of elevated compared to other games. It's just very relaxing, and I'm just so committed. Like there's neighborhoods in the game too, so you join these like small neighborhoods with other like real life people. And I literally know these people. I've been in the same neighborhood for like 4 or 5 years. They tell me
Is
when
it
they
like
have.
Sims, kind of, I guess.
No, not really. You just like, I don't know how to describe. Kind of like Farmville
Yeah.
on Facebook, but like a lot better.
Oh.
But I like literally know these other people. Like they tell that I think the demographic is kind of middle-aged people. They tell me like if they, when they're have like grandchildren being born and
That's
everything.
so funny.
So I just feel very connected to them. I feel so committed that I cannot stop playing it. But that's
So every time you get a new phone, do you have to like start over?
no, it like is connected to like Game Center or whatever. So
gosh.
yeah, I've been playing it since my iPhone 4. I remember because that was my first iPhone, and my friend played it on her phone, and then I was excited when I got my iPhone to download
play
my
Heyday.
own Heyday Farm.
I love
That's
that.
so
Yes.
cute.
Melody, what's yours?
I'm not a big like game person in general, but back in the day, it was definitely what's that game?
Fruit Ninja.
Fruit Ninja.
Oh, I did
Fruit
love Fruit Ninja.
and Temple Run.
Oh, I
Were
love
Oh,
Temple
Slay.
Run.
Yeah, for sure.
I also like to play like online billiards,
Okay.
and that's it.
Interesting.
Is that pool? Is
Yeah,
that pool?
I do
Okay.
love Sudoku though. I
yeah,
played that in the
yeah.
New York Times like app.
Yeah.
I love Sudoku.
I used to do the mini crossword
and
a lot.
connections
I'm so bad at
and
crosswords.
the mini
but,
crossword. Yeah,
But
so fun.
Sudoku's for sure for a long time.
I don't know how to do Sudoku.
It's
Like
fun.
I said,
Yeah.
full circle. I'm really
Numbers
bad at
don't.
math. No,
You
really.
don't even need to know math at all.
Yeah,
No,
yeah, I
it's
think
not
I
that
do.
much
My dad
to
had tried to
do.
explain to me multiple times. Because I was like,
Really?
I want to seem cool. I want to play Sudoku. Never have got it. I think I've asked him to teach me like since I was 7 years old.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
so
Okay, maybe your dad's
interesting.
just bad at explaining. 'cause I feel like
Maybe.
it's
I
very
mean,
easy to
he also tried to
understand.
teach me math, and here we are, right? So
That's never a good experience though
Yeah.
for like any dad like trying to teach their kid math. I feel like
Yeah.
it just ends up
It's
in
so true.
tears every time.
I've had friends
Yeah.
say like their dads like yelled at them until they got
yeah,
it.
my dad would yell at me too.
That's
trying to, like-
wild.
Actually, maybe
Yeah.
not like yell, but I just remember always getting really frustrated and
Yeah, me too.
crying. Thought of having to teach like my kid any kind of homework that would like help them with their homework.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know. I just can't imagine being good at that. I don't know because
Well,
it's like you're not in class
Yeah.
learning, so it's just like
Yeah.
so out of context and trying to help them.
Going back to like what we were talking about with COVID and everything, we have a whole different more tools now for our kids. Like we can just put on a video and get them to learn that way.
I feel like that's
Yeah.
dangerous though. Like I agree,
Yeah.
but I feel like that's very
Yeah, it's
dangerous.
like
I think so,
parents
too.
just kind of like use whatever as
Yeah, I don't
videos,
want my kid to be an iPad kid.
YouTube. Kid.
Well, I think apparently there's some kids who still don't know how to read, and they're going to like grade 7,
I've heard this
Yeah.
too. I've heard this too.
which
Yeah.
is very scary because
It is,
apparently
it
the parents were like, "Well, I'm not teaching my kid. That's your job." Well, it's like,
That's
yeah, but you're a parent.
crazy.
Like,
Yeah, that is
I'm
crazy,
sorry, but if
actually.
you
Yeah.
chose to, take care of a child, then you
Yeah,
need to
yeah. That was your
do
decision.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
There are some responsibilities that
Right.
come with taking care
Well,
of a kid.
to me, it's like, why wouldn't you just, even if you don't like reading, find something that the kid likes, a graphic
Yeah.
novel.
Right.
it's
Right.
important.
Yeah, there are so many graphic novels out there. Like,
Yeah.
Percy Jackson is also a graphic novel now.
Really?
Yes. Put it in front of them. They will.
Yeah.
They will hopefully like one. Like that's a form
Yeah,
of
Or at
reading.
least, like a video where it teaches them to read or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other thing I've talked about a lot with like friends and family before is how like even between my sister and my sister's 5 years younger than me, so she's like 17 now. Not iPad kid generation, but like almost.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When I was in school, my parents would be like, "Okay, walk home."
Yeah.
Right?
Same.
Like, I would walk home all the time. My school wasn't far away or anything, but like that's what I would do. That's what everyone around me was doing,
Mhm.
But my sister, like right now, every time if I go to drop her off in the morning or something, everyone is being dropped off or picked up.
Yeah.
Like cars are just circling that school.
Yeah, I feel like that wasn't common when I was in school, but there
Yeah.
was like some people that just always got a ride to and from school, but that was like a
Yeah.
huge privilege.
I only remember seeing one or two classmates who would constantly get rides, and that's because they lived in like Maple Ridge, and my school was in Burnaby.
Yeah, I guess that
But
makes
why
sense. Yeah,
were they
why
going
would
to
you go
Maple? Wait,
I
so far
think
away
it was
then.
like there's only select few students who were like that, and I think it was because they used to live in the area for their elementary
Ooh,
school,
okay, that makes
you know?
sense. That makes sense. Fair
Yeah.
play. Yeah. I was told to take the bus in the morning,
Yeah,
I'd
yeah.
bus or
Those
walk.
who lived a bit further would take the bus.
and to
Yeah.
me, it's like that just gives you so much independence. When I learned to drive,
Yeah.
I was like, okay, great. Now I never need to take the bus again.
Right. Yeah. But like for the kids now, it's like they're getting rides anyway. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Wait, Eden, what's your phone game?
Oh yeah.
My phone game. Oh, okay. So okay, it's actually not currently on my phone, but I used to love playing this one called Oven Break.
Oh, wait, is that the one with like the gingerbread?
Yeah.
I love that one.
You basically pretend that you're breaking out of the oven that's trying to cook you. It's like Temple Run kind of.
breaking out of the oven that's trying to cook you.
Yeah, it's like Temple Run
That's
where
giving,
you're just avoiding.
What is it called? Hansel and Gretel.
Yeah, but there was like it really was.
Yeah.
I think I had I think it was like a
It was
game
based on
about
that.
yeah. It was really fun though. I should read. I was actually thinking about it the other day. Funnily enough, I was like, I should re-download that app. But yeah, I don't know. Just fun, I guess.
Yeah.
I also used to play Minecraft all the time with my friends, but not the bot version. The free one that had one type of block.
I don't.
Yeah.
know.
Yeah,
I never
had gone to
Wha-
Minecraft.
God.
either.
I mean, not really me either, but I specifically remember having sleepovers with my friends, and we'd all play Minecraft until like 3 a.m.
What do you do
Yeah.
in Minecraft?
We would all like link up on the same server and just build houses and kill zombies.
Okay.
I don't know.
Kinda fun,
Honestly, that
though.
does sound kind of
Yeah.
Yeah.
That does sound fun.
Do you know what I realized recently the other day? I was like, I will never really have like a girls' sleepover again.
Yeah, I
know.
miss
Yeah,
that.
I was thinking about that the other day too. I miss that a lot too.
Or
Y-
even just
yeah.
like going over to a friend's house just to like spend time with. Like you don't need to do something. You can just go over and
Yeah.
like.
It used to be
spend time with
such a
them.
treat to be like, yeah, I'm going over to XYZ's house.
Just sleep
I'm gonna have pizza and pop,
Yeah,
which was
yeah.
like huge back in the day when I
Yeah.
wasn't feeding myself. And then, we probably won't watch a movie. Knowing my
Yeah.
friends and I, we just got up to craziness. Usually ended up us chasing each
You're,
other
like,
around.
cackling until like 3 a.m. Yeah,
Literally.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and then falling asleep and waking up in a bag. And I'm
Okay.
like, I will, like, that's crazy. That I will probably never do that again. Unless,
That's
because
so
now it's
fun.
like if I'm gonna have a girls' night, I'm gonna go get an Airbnb and I'm gonna have a bed.
Right.
I guess that's
Yeah,
kind of the
that's true.
same, but just more
It's
luxurious.
just adult sleepover, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's kind of something innocent about, because I'm not trying to roast young kids. What are they doing
Yeah.
now? they're definitely not, chasing each other around. They're probably like,
No,
Just on their
they're
phone.
so
Playing
on their
TikTok.
phones. It's so weird. Yeah.
yeah, they're probably making TikToks.
I know. I'm very
Yeah.
lucky I didn't grow up with like a smartphone or
Me
anything.
neither. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it made us be able to have fun in other ways and like talk
Yes.
to people in a different way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do feel like we're just saying, kids these days. Am I right?
As if we're like 50 years
But
old.
it is true. I mean, I was at Metrotown the other day and I remember looking around and I'm seeing these teenage girls and I was like,
Yeah, they're just
What?
a whole different vibe.
I went, not
Yeah.
you guys looking older than me.
Literally, yeah. And I'm sure you guys have heard of the Sephora kids.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
That's
girl.
the
Seeing
iPad
those
kids
around.
now, like grown up.
Yeah,
This is
the
Sephora
iPad
kids.
There's no market for kids anymore.
Because
Yeah.
why do
Because
they
they
need
just consume everything adults
Sephora like skincare?
Because
know.
they're watching TikTok and TikTok is telling them to buy that to
It's
make your skin look
crazy.
beautiful. Child, where you are 10-year-old skin.
No, I didn't
Yeah.
have like any. I think I washed my face with like a Vino foam cleanser and then used like their moisturizer too.
The scrub, the apricot scrub.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
using the St. Ives apricot scrub.
I was too, but like I didn't even start knowing about skincare until I was like 14, 15. Like when acne started to break out.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, still then it was just like face wash.
Yeah,
with,
but
like,
these kids are like 7. Like
I know.
Why do you even need it?
like serums
know?
and everything.
It's also a problem with the parents, though. Like,
For
why are you
sure.
buying your kid
Definitely.
drunk elephant?
Yeah.
There's no need. But
Yeah.
I do think it's interesting how there is no market. Because, like,
Yeah.
even you go to Metrotown, Claire's is empty. When I was a
True.
kid, Claire's was popping.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then even now, it's, kids don't want to shop at Justice or like Teen Aeropostale or anything. It's all, no, I'm going to Aritzia. And it's
That's
like,
so true.
why do you want $100 leggings? Wear the crappy
Yeah.
ones from Children's Place.
Yeah,
Be
literally.
humbled.
But it's so true about the parents thing because it's like their money is coming from their parents. So if their parents were to be like, no, I'm not buying you $100 Aritzia pants, then what are they to do?
Maybe it's the parents that are.
Maybe
That are the
it's
problem.
100%.
But to me, it's like, in this economy, why are you buying your kid
Yeah,
like
how?
stuff that
How are buying
you
your
should
kid?
be treating yourself with?
True.
I'm sorry, if I have children, I am not buying them $100 leggings that are
No.
going to get ripped the next
Yeah.
day while they're chasing whoever around.
But clearly they're not chasing people.
That's
Yeah.
true. They're on TikTok. yeah.
Yeah.
What are they gonna make their TikTok videos about then if they don't have skincare to show off?
True.
I do wonder like what's going to happen to social media. I'm a big, I want to say big believer, but I have a big hunch that I think social media will be banned in the next like 10 years.
You think
Really?
so?
Well,
I
'cause
I
they
just don't
like,
think it's going
announced
well.
that if TikTok doesn't like sell it to a non-Chinese company, they're gonna ban it in the States.
I think
Yeah, I
it
heard that
is
too.
slowly getting but
Yeah.
to me it's just like wild because it's like I don't think I mean okay, what are the honest to God positives of social media besides connection?
It's like a little bit of entertainment, but it's just so easy to take it too far. And like honestly,
Yeah.
I've gotten so bad.
I think it's just the connection thing. Like being able to talk to people from around the world is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Agreed.
you
Yep.
know? And then I guess being able to like for social advocacy, it's also
Yeah, that's
beneficial.
true.
For sure.
But that's it.
Yeah.
For as far as I can
But the
think.
amount of problems that occur on social
Yeah.
media probably outweighs the good. Like I'm not
Yeah.
trying to
Sure,
be
I'm sure,
glass half empty, but it is
Yeah,
true.
as communication students.
No, but like
Yes.
for real, you do see
Yeah.
it. Like, I guess that's my biggest critique is that there's so many lasting effects that social media has created, not only on like kids but adults.
Yeah.
I mean, it is
Yeah.
detrimental, and I honestly think someone our age is gonna come into power and be like, we just gotta stop because this isn't
Yeah.
helping. Because not only like do we have unfortunately like child predators like looking
Mhm.
at small children on
Yeah.
social media, but we have people developing like eating disorders and
Yeah.
like diagnosing themselves with stuff that it's like, okay, this is not place.
And like
That's true.
I feel like so many people on TikTok get like fillers and plastic surgery
Yeah.
because of
the veneers.
oh
the
my
veneers.
God.
Yeah.
Veneers need to stop.
Yeah,
They do.
did you know they shave down your tooth every
Yeah.
time? So that by the
Oh
time you're
my God.
by the
And
time
you
like
need to replace
40,
them.
there's gonna be nothing.
You
You're
need
gonna
to
have
replace them like
nubs.
every 10 years too.
Yeah, nubby teeth.
That's
God.
insane. Like,
But
they're already gonna get nubby naturally. Just let them.
Yeah. I can't imagine
Yeah.
though, like how we would go from being like on social media so much to no. I guess it wouldn't
Yeah.
be like not all at once, but like even if just TikTok gets banned, like how would that go?
I mean, if it's like Vine. Like
That's
Vine
true.
happened
Died.
and then it died and then like that was it for a while. I mean, I guess Musically, but then that transitioned into
Yeah.
TikTok. But it's like Musically wasn't. I could be very ignorant saying this. I don't
Yeah.
think Musically was as poppin' as TikTok was.
No, I don't think
Definitely
it
not.
I think pandemic helped with TikTok get poppin'.
Oh yeah.
That's probably true. Yeah, but I
Yeah.
could feel it starting to get poppin' before COVID too, you know?
yeah.
But like, I wasn't on it for a while, and I don't think a lot of people around our age were on it for a while also. Definitely the younger people who got it.
Yeah, I
poppin',
remember I
think.
downloaded it and then I think I made a TikTok with my friend like before the pandemic and then I deleted it because I was like, I'm not going to use this again.
Yeah.
And then I'm now on it like
But
hours
everyone's
each
been
day.
roped in somehow.
I
know.
don't have TikTok.
You don't have it?
Good for
Oh
you.
my
No.
god, I'm
Good for
jealous.
you.
I don't know. I only watch the CMSU TikToks. That's
Do you
literally
use, like reels or anything else?
no. I don't. That's the
Wow,
thing.
you
I'm such.
didn't?
I'm such like a.
Good
I don't know
for
if it's,
you.
I don't know how this sounds, but it when I go on Instagram, I get nervous.
Yeah, I get that.
I don't know what it is. It makes
Yeah.
me nervous. I think it's because I feel social pressure and such.
Yeah, I feel like on
Yeah.
TikTok though, I follow like 3 friends or something.
That's
then
and
the
that makes it
rest-
fun.
Yeah.
To me, I feel like when you start caring about the likes and the follows, which I don't really do, to be
Yeah.
honest. I think it's just the fact when I'm on there, I'm like, ugh, like I don't
Yeah.
know, I get like squeamy.
I
Yeah.
know. Now when I'm on TikTok, like I don't even watch the full TikTok a lot of the time. Like I just keep
Oh my
scrolling.
gosh. Me on
It's
Pinterest.
So bad.
It makes your,
Like I literally
Yeah,
don't even
I was-
enjoy.
I was just gonna say you like bringing up Pinterest too, because I deleted TikTok for a while because I was like, it's
a wrap.
pointless. It's,
Yep.
it's gonna make me, be on it way too often when I should be doing other things. But you'll find another way. You'll find like Instagram because
Yeah.
they also do the same kind of idea with Reels now, and or
YouTube
Pinterest,
Shorts.
Pinterest too. Because the whole reason why I went on TikTok, I think, was like to get like outfit inspiration and like stuff
Yeah,
like
same.
that, but you can do that on Pinterest, and it's the same idea.
Yeah, well, the T
Yeah.
is with Pinterest though. Going back to your point about you can't make it through like a TikTok, that's with me on Pinterest.
Mhm.
Because if I'm doing a hair tutorial, you best believe if you're not doing the tutorial in the first 5 milliseconds, I'm clicking off.
Yeah, true.
Like I have people being
True.
like, "Oh, hey guys, I'm here." I'm like, "Stop."
I didn't even know there was videos on Pinterest.
Yeah, like it's just like
Yeah.
makeup videos, and that's at least
Oh.
my algorithm. But to me, that's why I don't watch YouTube videos for hair and makeup because like I just want to get to the point. Which of course,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
with
me too.
highlights now you can, but on Pinterest, the way I click off, the way I say like never show me this again because I just
Yeah.
need to know if I'm trying to do my hair in 30 minutes, I kind of need to know how to do it in the first 5 seconds.
That's what I do on
Yeah.
TikTok is when people make follow-up videos and then they always start with the longest
It's so annoying.
thing
Yeah.
about like, oh my god, I didn't expect this to blow up, and then
Yeah.
they have like a whole long
Oh
intro.
yeah,
And you're like,
like okay,
But
sir.
also, it's like all
Ma'am.
of our attention
Them.
spans are so much lower. Like I
Yeah.
used to watch YouTube videos that were like 20 minutes long.
yeah, but I
like-
don't need to hear if people
I will
expected the
say-
video or not to blow
I
up.
will say I do love a 2-hour-long video on
No,
YouTube.
I do too. I do too.
Yeah, I've been
Yeah.
getting back
Yeah.
into
Do you guys
my
know who
YouTube
Swoop
era.
is
No.
Swoop?
on YouTube? Really recommend. They make docu-series. Basically, they've covered stuff from
Oh.
like the 8 passenger situation to the whole Colleen Ballinger situation. Really, really, really
That sounds
good
interesting.
content. Yeah, really recommend her.
Good to know.
So yeah, Swoop on YouTube. Shout out. Doesn't know
Hopefully
who I
she's
am.
listening.
Yeah, yeah. If you're there, hi.
If you're there, give us a sponsorship.
But yeah, they slay. Yeah, I don't
Good to
know. I recently today saw. I didn't watch it. I don't have time, but I will this weekend. You best believe. Saw this 4-hour Hereditary movie explained.
4 hours.
4
That's
hours.
like longer than the
Wow.
movie.
Yeah, I love
Oh my
Hereditary.
God.
It's one of my favorite movies. And I've watched that movie probably like 5 times. I watched it last weekend. And I'm like, I think I know a lot about the movie from like the Easter eggs and such. I went 4
Yeah.
hours worth. I went, I can't wait to see
That's
what
so
I
cool,
missed.
though, how people are making stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's that amount of work that would have to go into making that is
Yeah.
insane.
Research content is really
Yeah.
neat to kind of dive into. It's kind of, I think it started with the whole probably didn't start, but an inspiration would definitely be like the whole game theory videos and everything.
Right.
Matt Pat, yeah.
Yeah. That's a whole production.
Oh,
Like,
for sure.
A 4-hour video.
Yeah, but I mean that's like from like editing to to cutting things and stuff. It's like that's probably 6 hours of footage.
Definitely. That's crazy.
Oh,
I hope it's good.
I can barely
Have a
write
good
it. I
time
can
when you
barely
watch
write an
it.
essay. I can barely get 15 sources in, and these people have like 70.
But the other thing is, like, if you think about it, that's their job, right?
Yeah.
That's very true.
And they probably like doing it.
And I've noticed a lot of YouTubers I watch now are like reference how they now have editors. So it's like two
Yes.
separate things now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like isn't that kind of complicated though?
To
Where-
have an editor.
Yeah, like not that it's bad. So, but I feel that
It becomes a different kind of video.
yeah, I
'Cause
mean,
back in the day, they used to edit their own stuff. and
which I'm
then-
not saying it was good.
But it was their own style.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
like they work with editors that like I guess have similar styles or whatever.
Yeah, probably.
My favorite YouTube channel, they've managed to find editors that can all edit the same way, and their edits are very like chaotic kind of editing
Yeah.
styles. So that's very impressive to me how they can like replicate that. And it's like 4 different
Yeah.
editors.
I wanted to go back to the thing with the kids nowadays.
Kids these days.
These days, I was thinking about like what you said, Eden, about how one of us, like from our generation, is gonna like cut the social media in general. I was thinking about how almost everyone our age who I've talked to has said that they don't want their kids growing up on social media. So I think I'm really curious as to how our generation's kids are gonna look and how they're gonna be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it seems most of us are in agreement about like, I don't want them growing up on the internet. I don't want them growing up on devices. You know, I want them to play like we did.
Well, yeah, just like
You
playing
know?
outside. I miss
Yeah.
that too.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be interesting. I mean, there's kind of like that historical view, the fact that, you know, you always think that you're going to do better than the generation before
Right.
you.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, the generation before us is millennials. So
Yeah.
it's like, I don't know.
I honestly feel like we're going downhill.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think it's not like the people, but just the
Society.
that affects the people. you
Yeah.
know? I feel like a lot of people just don't have hope anymore.
I think that's true as well. I think the other thing is a lot of people are zillennials. Have you guys heard that term?
I don't like
No.
that.
That is us, apparently.
I like Zoomer. I think that's kind of funny.
Zoomer
Yeah.
is funny. A lot of us won't even have kids. I
Yeah.
think.
Oh,
I hear a lot
you
of people
know.
say that.
Have you seen Japan?
Yeah.
They're like, we're out. No more. We're done. Which
Yeah.
honestly slay because I'm sorry. Peace and love to anyone who wants to bring children into this world.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm not saying children aren't beautiful. Is it what I want currently? No, because I can barely take care of myself.
Yeah.
Right.
I can barely come to school.
or afford it, honestly.
Mhm.
Yeah.
In this economy.
No, for real. And it's
Yeah.
like, I'm sorry. It's like that. Oh God, it's just so. But like, you know, when it's like, oh, you know, you have to put the oxygen mask on yourself and everything. That is me right now in
Yeah.
life. I need to put the oxygen mask on me
Right.
because as much as you know, I think it's like an amazing step for people to have kids in their life, whether they choose to want to have kids.
Yeah.
I am very much of the opposite. Like, that's great for you. For me, I need to make
Yeah.
my life kind of stable before I bring children into that.
definitely.
Yeah.
For sure. I 100% agree, and that's why I never understand when people have kids so young.
Yeah, I do
At, like,
not
20
get
years
that.
old.
I
Yeah.
can see like maybe in my 30s. That's like
Yeah.
early for what I would say.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like it's also the people who, because I do see a lot of people say that they don't want to bring a kid into this world, but then it's also the people who are having kids, and like don't think about that, and it's like just the
Yeah.
wrong type of people bringing kids into this world.
That's so true, because the people who actually
don't
are
think about
thinking
it.
about it
Yeah.
won't have kids, it seems.
Yeah, I guess you could always adopt.
Yeah, I'm a big supporter of adoption.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
am as well.
I do kind of feel like
Yeah.
a mother though because of my cats, and I literally I was telling my friend this, but like the amount of love I feel for my cats is insane. And I literally am like,
You're like, no child could.
I know. I'm
replace
like, I genuinely feel like a mother.
What are your cats' names?
Louie and Lucy.
Love.
Like my Louie got dental surgery the other week.
that. Oh
It was a
yeah.
hard time.
Oh.
It was like a teeth cleaning, and then he had to get a couple of teeth removed.
Oh
but
no.
I was like, I had some assignments to do that week, and I literally was like, I don't know how to. I'm going to do these assignments. I need to take care of him, and he's just like sitting there.
Damn.
He doesn't need my attention or anything, but yeah.
Do you have pets?
I have a fish.
What's your
Slay.
fish's name?
I don't know. It's my
What?
dad's fish.
Melody.
You don't name your fish?
I
Come
used to-
on.
I used to name them when I was younger, but this one.
Wow,
was
she's too mature for us.
this one was purchased by my dad, so like it's his fish.
You didn't even bother to learn the name.
I just don't know. I don't think he's named it. It's just
That's
like
crazy.
the grace of our house, though. You know
Like
what
a
I mean?
decoration.
Wow.
Yeah.
No identity to this fish.
It's just like it's above an identity. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like it's
I can get
Interesting.
behind that. Do you have any pets, Eden?
Yes, I have a gorgeous dog, Stella.
Aww.
She's a Labradoodle.
Cute.
Yeah.
Don't you feel like a mother?
I honestly, this is going to be so cringe. She's like my sister.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cute.
I think that's the thing about being an only child is that connection. I don't know. And yeah, she's been my, like, I don't know how to say it. Oh my gosh. She's just my partner, you know?
So cute.
It's like every time I see her, I'm like,
Hey, girl.
every morning, every night, she just makes me so happy. But yeah, she's like a sister to me rather than like a child.
That's
I don't
so
know.
weird how you can like view pets in different ways.
I know.
Too, yeah.
It's funny. She never barks,
yeah.
and sometimes she'll grumble, like she'll, I don't know, grumble like after she's had a food, and I'm always like, she's talking. It's like the saddest
know.
thing. It's
Yeah.
like she's talking.
Yeah, one of my cats will like meow, and then I'll like talk to her, and she meows back, and we'll go back and forth. And I
Yeah,
was telling my dad
literally.
was sitting there,
That's
and
so
he was
cute.
like, thought it
yeah.
was crazy.
I'll go up to my dog. I'm like, so how was your day? And she just stares at me. I'm like,
do.
good,
What you guys
good.
do while I was gone?
Yeah, I don't know. To me, like that's so human and so funny. I mean, to me, you remember that show Martha Speaks?
Yes.
No.
Yes. Yeah.
Basically, it's a kid show where a dog eats alphabet soup and the letters get rearranged in their
Okay.
brain and they can talk.
Okay.
They tried it with
It
the
was so
second
cute.
dog and it didn't work. So
Really
like
dog with the
continuity,
blog?
but excuse
I
me.
was just thinking like talking dogs.
Oh, dog with a blog talk?
I
Oh,
think
yeah,
so.
That was
dog
past
with
my
the
day.
blog. Yes.
I was past my day too, but I just saw
Yeah.
some
Slay.
bits of it.
I'm aware
Yeah.
of some of the things that were past my day because of my sister.
Oh, that helps. But yeah, I whenever like animals grumble or like look at you, I'll be like,
There's
Yes.
What are you trying to say?
no, I think I'm the most ridiculous version of myself when I see a dog out in the wild. Hello, how are you? What's your name? And it's just like the owner's looking at me like, what the hell
What
is
are you
wrong
doing?
with you? And it's like, oh, you want to say hi? It's like, it might be the worst version of myself, but whenever I see a dog, it really does
It's
bring me joy.
How old were you both when you got your pets?
I was 18.
Okay.
Yes, so I feel like my
That
cats
helps with the
have really
motherly-
been. Yes,
yeah.
I feel like my cats have really been here with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
as
was
I'm
9.
Becoming an
Okay,
adult.
that makes more sense.
Yeah, that does make sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
For the sisterly bond.
Yeah. This is funny. I like look back on photos of me holding her. I'm like, God, not this. Like, it's just like so funny to see me as a child and then as a teenager and then now as an adult. It's just so funny. And then like she just looks the same,
Yeah.
which like is so
though,
cute.
To like have those pictures of you guys together.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful.
I know. Oh gosh. Yeah.
I had chickens too.
You did. I really,
couple
honestly,
years
like
ago.
I would love chickens. Like I'm
Yeah.
trying to convince my dad to get chickens, and he. Well, I don't. There's a lot of like coyotes in my neighborhood, so
Oh,
I don't think
yeah,
it would
yeah,
work. But I would love pet chicken and goats. Okay.
Yeah,
That's one
but like
farm.
you do need a farm. You need a farm
Yeah.
for sure. Because we live in an apartment, so it was.
Wait, how did you have chicken, or was it before you lived in an apartment?
No, it was during
Oh.
the apartment. But
Or was like how did that work?
so we had like they were small, like 2 chicks,
Mm-hmm.
and then when they grew to I guess like almost the size of a full chicken, we gave them away to someone who had a farm. So
Okay.
they're now there, hopefully.
Why did your dad decide to get them?
my sister really wanted, well, she's always wanted a dog, but because we live in an
You're
apartment,
like,
we
you get
can't
a
have a
chicken
dog
instead.
Yeah, so we settled on chickens, I guess. But they were really fun, but they did like stink for sure. Like you need a farm, they need space, you know, especially when they get older. But as little chickies, they were
So
like
cute.
Yeah.
That is cute. Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, I stayed at an Airbnb over the summer, and they had chicken. I was just on Salt Spring Island, and they had chickens, and they're like, you can feed the chickens if you want.
That's
It's like
That's
a dream
fun.
Airbnb.
That's
so
so
nice.
cute.
I feel like that like makes it so much more humble. Of course, somewhere on the
know.
island is chickens.
I
The
know.
island feels like another
Yeah.
universe sometimes.
I know.
Yeah.
It is hippie central.
It was, yeah, it's really weird 'cause it's like so close, but it feels so different.
Yeah.
But
I stayed at an Airbnb in Chilliwack,
Mhm.
for New Year's, and that also felt like somewhere else.
yeah, like Chilliwack and Abbotsford.
Yeah.
They all feel like different worlds.
I funnily enough stayed at an Airbnb in Abbotsford like back in September. It was very like
Why?
small town. My friend and I wanted to get away,
Oh.
and there was
Yeah,
a cheap
girls
Airbnb, and we were
get
like,
away to
Abbotsford? I don't know.
It was honestly fun though because it's
yeah.
only like an hour away, so it's not, or like Chilliwack is, Abbotsford's even closer. But like it feels like a whole different universe, and it's cheap, relatively speaking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just like a Metro Vancouver thing where you kind of feel like you're all part of the same universe, and then when you finally go outside of that,
Yeah.
it's more quiet. I mean, the furthest I've been up north is Smithers, which is like an hour outside Prince George.
Smithers.
Okay, I've been to my grandparents live in Prince George.
Yeah,
so
and
I've been
even
there.
then was wild. Like I was like, whoa, this feels isolated. I mean, I can't help
Yeah.
but think of like, what do you do for fun?
I know.
Which is maybe again a very privileged thing to say when
Yeah.
you live in a suburb, but it's like, what do you do?
yeah,
I'm
but
sure they find
also
things to do.
I think that too, but then also I don't really do anything here. like
Maybe.
at most I like go out to eat usually.
Yeah.
Maybe that's. I mean, like, yeah, it's like what's popping up in Smithers. Listeners in Smithers, can you like tell us like what
Comment
what's
down
poppin'?
below.
Yeah, if you live in a town that has less than
1,000.
10,000 people, let's say,
10,000.
10,000.
Sure. Yeah.
let us know what you do for fun.
Yeah.
That's not drugs
Maybe they just
or
like,
getting drunk.
explore the outdoors.
Yeah, my granola. I think
Bringing it back to
granola
time
vibes.
Without social media.
Yeah.
Maybe just like do bonfires and just chat.
That's fun
They
though.
have
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
human connection, I guess.
They have you.
Like that's all you do. Like what do you do? Like, what do you do when you
Yeah.
go off to uni? If you want to go to uni, do you just like? Is it like Nell? You know the movie Nell?
No.
Okay, I'm not gonna get into that. But like, do you just like? Is it like an uncontacted tribe where you have to go like? It's a culture shock kind of thing.
Probably.
Probably.
Yeah. Honestly.
But that also makes going to university a whole other experience. Because
Yeah.
like for me, it's like I came up the mountain. You
yeah,
know what
it's
I mean?
like I just went to school.
Yeah, like it's 10 minutes away from my house. Or from literally my high school is down the mountain.
Wait, you went to Burnaby Mountain?
We-
You graduated 2020?
Yes, yes.
Okay, yeah.
You did as well?
NAR,
No. When did
2019.
you guys graduate?
2019.
2015.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Are you 26?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
Queen,
old.
you don't look a day over 20.
No,
Yeah.
for real. I would have never guessed that. I would have said 23, the
Yeah,
oldest.
I didn't. I took like some breaks and stuff.
That's fine.
You know.
Vibes.
Yeah, slay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a 2020 graduate, so no ceremony for me, no.
That sucks.
Did you have that drive-in graduation?
Yes. Well, it wasn't a drive-in graduation. It was like a drive-through like celebration. Like I don't even know what they were calling it.
Did you have the signs outside your place?
Outside my school?
No, outside your house.
What signs?
We at my old high school for the 2020 grads, which I saw on Facebook, they had like signs of who was graduating from to like.
I think they did that
recognize
for
them.
my sister because she was also graduated
That's
2020.
kinda
I was.
weird. I don't know
It
if I
was a
like
lot.
that.
Alan. Alan has a sign.
What?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah. I was like, I don't know if I like that.
No, I wouldn't have liked that either. I didn't have that, thank God. But we had like a little drive-through, and like everyone would like be out their windows with like their cap and gown or whatever.
no.
But like,
Oh no.
yeah, it was really weird. But we did have kind of a graduation where we were allowed to come back to the school in like very small groups to gather our like cap and gown and like our diploma. Like
Wow.
to get
Oh.
the thing.
That's so sad.
Yeah. And then like there was you could take a social distance picture with
Oh
the printer
no,
like that.
no. My heart really broke for your grad class. I felt
Yeah.
so bad for you guys. I
It
felt
w-
so bad.
I think it was weird because for a little bit I was like, oh, awesome, I saved so much money, you know, because like we got refunded back everything for the like dry grad and like all that kind of stuff and all of our activities. But like months later, like after I started university, I was like, damn, like it might have been fun to have a last hurrah with the people.
Yeah, I look back on my grad though, and I don't really. It was like,
It was like meh.
yeah,
Did you go to prom?
it was like a dinner dance thing. So it wasn't like they didn't call it prom.
Yeah,
I think they called it dinner
They
dance.
didn't call it
Oh,
prom for
tea.
us either,
They-
but it is a prom.
Yeah,
You know, they called it prom for you guys.
Yeah, we had prom.
Yeah, they call it
Oh.
like a dry grad and
We
like
had
a
a
we
dry
dinner
grad
dance,
we had a dry
like,
grad after. Yeah.
Yeah,
It was wild. It literally, if someone dislocated their shoulder in the first like half an
Oh,
hour.
We
Oh
had
my
like a
gosh.
mechanical bull at our dry.
We did too.
what?
I
That's
don't think I
wild.
went on it though.
Oh, I did, and it was so. Oh god, the dry grad was just so funny. We had like a hypnotist come.
We had
Wow.
like a psychic reader. Like I don't think.
Oh
they're
my
actually
gosh, that's
psychic.
triggering. Your last day of high school ever. You have a psychic reader. Yeah, I'm not sure grad. I would say
But
dry
I
grad
think
was
a
super fun.
Hypnotist.
Yeah,
Oh my god! I just kind of like.
some people were
That one
definitely
kinda went over
faking
my
it.
head.
Like they had like a group of
Yeah.
7 people. People got really triggered because you could bring people who were younger or older to prom as long as you had
Yeah.
permission slips. And someone brought their grade 11 girlfriend, and she got chosen to be part of the hypnotist lineup.
Wow.
And people were like, she's not in grade 12.
Oh my God.
Getting all mad. Was I one of them? Maybe. But then honestly, looking back on it, I'm glad she had her
Yeah.
moment because she didn't get it next last the year
That's
after. So
true.
like, I'm glad she had her moment. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Prom was fun. I mean, I don't know. I was glad to like take photos with my friends,
Yeah,
and
that's
I was
true.
glad
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
be there and I don't know, look somewhat pretty.
Yeah.
But I've not donned my prom dress ever since. I think that I should have just rented
I
it,
know,
to be
I don't
honest with
even
you.
like looking at photos.
Right.
I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
that's the one thing that I was like, there were some girls who bought their dresses in like September.
I can't with that.
So
mm-mm.
they
yeah. Did you have a
definitely-
Facebook page?
Yeah.
Yes,
That
we
was
did
crazy.
too.
Okay,
Yeah.
first of all, I never even posted my grad dress because I don't care. If you
Yeah,
had shown
yeah.
up in the same grad dress as me, I would have been like, slay, excellent
Oh,
taste.
there-
We're getting a
yeah,
pic,
There
right?
was like
Exactly, yeah.
2 girls. They had the same dress but different colors, and I remember the second girl who had purchased it, and then the first girl commented like a ...
Oh my
my
gosh, the
God.
drama. We
know.
just had someone who bought a similar dress. Wasn't the same. It was a similar, and they roasted her alive.
Oh my god! Like it
Wow.
doesn't.
And I was like,
It doesn't matter.
It
who
literally doesn't
cares,
matter.
bruh? You're
I
never
was
gonna take a
also
photo with them.
So last minute, like I wasn't about to buy it until like weeks before, you know. But
So you never
people-
bought it?
No, I never
Oh,
bought it.
that's
I
great.
saved the money.
Yeah.
That is great.
That's what I'm saying. But like the girls bought it in literally September and like posted that stuff.
I
on
was,
the-
I think, 4 weeks before I had
I was
prom.
like
yeah, that
a
would
couple
have been me.
months. But a girl in my grade got like a custom made dress for like $1,000.
crazy.
Okay, calm down.
Yeah.
That you will never wear again.
Yeah.
It's like your wedding dress. Okay, maybe a controversial yet brave opinion. I might, if I ever get married.
Mhm.
That's a big if. I'm kidding, but we'll see. But I think I might rent my wedding dress. I will never wear it again.
Yeah, I might too.
And if I get
Yeah.
divorced, which I hope I don't, that like imagine just like
It's sitting in your closet. Yeah.
I know people have gotten divorced and they say it's the worst. They like, what do I do with it? I'm like, like
True.
what do you do?
Yeah, I
Because
guess
no one's
it's like
going to
a-
buy it off of you.
If you
Yeah.
don't get divorced, you can kind of like look back at it and be like, oh wow, great memory.
Yeah, and
Oh,
I guess
yeah.
like some people like to give it to their children, you know.
Yes.
But then it's like you never know what your kid's taste is gonna
Yeah,
be.
it's
Like,
kind
what
of
if they hate
weird
it?
to, like,
you know?
Yeah, kind of put
Yeah.
that pressure on them.
It's like The Proposal. Have you seen The Proposal of Ryan Reynolds?
I think I have, but it was like
I haven't
ages
watched
ago.
any movie.
It's so funny. It's on Netflix. I just love the scene where they put her in like this, I guess, wedding dress that's been like worn by the last like I don't know 4 generations,
Oh my
and it makes me laugh because it's so like butt ugly. And it's like it's tradition. It's like okay, well, like can we make tradition fashionable at least? Like come on. If you want to wear someone's wedding dress because it's sentimental, of course. But I also think it's very odd when it's like you have to wear it.
Yeah, 'cause
It's like
your wedding.
just because Grandma Edna
Yeah.
wore
80 years
it.
ago.
and looked, I don't know, not maybe like
Yeah.
a slice of pie, it doesn't mean that I want to wear it.
And sizing, and it's like it's out of date, and then you have to
Yeah.
pay a whole bunch of money to get it tailored, and
Oh,
it's just
yeah.
a whole.
Or what happens if you have? Never mind. I was gonna say what happens if you have like 2 brides. But then I was
Yeah,
like, then
true.
yeah, then it's like I would feel bad for the bride that has to who has to wear like the dumpy dress.
Yeah,
But then I was
true.
like, maybe there should be like a union of the families where they have to wear like the crappy dresses, and like that's how
That's
they get
so
married.
funny.
That'd be kind
Yeah.
of funny.
Maybe I shouldn't get into this.
Just,
No, you have to.
go
I was
go.
gonna say other controversial opinion is like I don't even know if I want a wedding. You know what I mean?
No, that's not controversial
Yeah.
at all.
Like I think I just want to go to the courthouse and like sign the
Same.
papers and get it over.
Yeah,
with.
I feel
I'll
like
do a reception.
Yeah.
a small celebration or something.
Like I'll wear a cute little white dress that I get from like
yeah,
I don't know, Walmart.
but the thought of
Slay.
like,
Yeah.
a large group of like family members and like
Staring at
your
you.
partner's family members
Yeah.
staring at you,
It's like
kissing,
uncomfortable.
it makes
yeah.
me so uncomfortable.
Yeah. Also, like the vows. Like the vows are beautiful. Don't get me wrong.
But like,
I'm
not in
gonna
front
feel.
of a group,
Yeah, I'm
please.
gonna feel like.
Yeah.
Does my mom want to hear about like his breath in the morning? Like
True,
no one
yeah.
wants to hear that. Like
No,
I don't want to hear
literally.
about it.
The other thing is like I'm not religious, and I feel like a lot of weddings are based in some sort
Yeah.
of
Yeah, that's very
religion,
true.
You know what I mean?
I mean, weddings are a contract,
exactly.
That's
yeah.
true.
which like that's another kind of
Yeah.
reason why marriage is scary. Is because it's like
Yeah.
when it's not a breakup. You can divorce, but there's always gonna
like
be something.
A legal thing.
Yeah, and I'm like, that's why
Yeah.
I'm pro prenup. I'm gonna say it. I'm
No,
coming
I
out
am
on the
too.
pod. I am pro prenup.
I am too. Yeah, on that note, let's wrap up this episode. Thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you so much, Eden. For
Yeah,
being
it was a
much.
pleasure. It was a pleasure.
We'll definitely have Eden back on.
Mhm.
Jane, lovely to have you as always.
Thank you so much, Melody. You too.
Yeah, drop comments about do you agree about prenups and wedding
and-
dresses
and
and COVID and
And having kids
and animals and stuff
and
like.
social media.
What are you gonna title this?
We
This is like
covered a lot in this
plethora.
episode for
Yeah.
you.
I'll figure that out in post. We love you.
Love you, pets.
Love you, Pit.
Bye.